Just what exactly is the genre of green fragrances? What are green fragrances? How are they beneficial to you and I? Why should we be interested in them? Hello everyone, I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and today's video is focusing on green fragrances. So when we return, we're going to go over 10 green, lively, and refreshing fragrances. We'll talk about what's great about them and what's green about them, that and more, so stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's video is focusing on 10 green, fresh, lively, energizing, and refreshing green fragrances. Now, what exactly is the genre of green fragrances? Well, green fragrances are those that use notes of green leaves, tea leaves, freshly cut grass, and marine plants. Also natural scents like fruity or floral notes to give it a little bit of zest or a little bit of sweetness. So to give you kind of an idea of what green fragrances are, why they're beneficial to us, what are some that you might be interested in picking up or maybe that you already own, I'm gonna go over 10 fragrances today. We're gonna go ahead and start from the house of Lacoste. It is Eau Fraiche Pour Louis came out in 2018. This is a 50 ml bottle. It is lively, energetic, refreshing. It's like a wake-up call to your skin and to your senses. That's what's great about it. Well, what's green about it? Obviously, the presentation. This is what I call a blended green. It's when aquatics meet citruses. Limoncello, aquatic notes, patchouli, cedarwood, and it does have some really nice aromatic green notes in it as well. This one's primarily a casual wear for spring and summer, but again, it's nice to focus on something green even in the dead of winter. Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche Pour Louis. Our second green scent is from the house of Armani. It came out in 2015. Armani Eau de Cedre is a fantastic fragrance. Well, what's great about it? It represents a kind of new era dichotomy in fragrances that actually works. What do I mean by that? It's soft and subtle, yet it's also very strong and long-lasting. It's one of those voluminous, capacious, billowing, and copious fragrances that fills the room. It's also an intelligent fragrance. It's good for year-round as a signature scent. It can be dressed up as well as worn casually. Well, what's green about it? Of course, the bottle. You've got bergamot, sage, violet leaf, cardamom. It's just an all-around fantastic, masculine, woody, lightly floral scent that's great for all occasions. Armani Eau de Cedre. Our next green fragrance came out in 2019. It's from Dsquared. So what's great about green wood? Well, it's actually wood this time. You might remember the original wood that was released by Dsquared. It had some woody vibes to it, but it was more like nuances. It was also kind of floral, so it kind of went in a lot of different directions. It was a little bit synthetic. This one also retained some of that synthetics that was in the original wood, but it also has that green vibe to it as well. This is another scent that can be worn year-round, also casual and semi-formal. So what's green about it? Obviously the bottle. Green wood has Santolina in it, which is an evergreen, and what's more green than things that are forever green? It also has vetiver and some resins that give the green a little bit of depth and a little bit of weight as well. Dsquared green wood. Our next green fragrance came out in 2013. It is from the house of Perry Ellis. There's a lot of good fragrances in the 360 line. 360 green is among them. So what's great about it? This is a very inexpensive, aka cheap, subtle office scent that can be worn year-round in almost any kind of weather, almost any kind of circumstance. What's green about it? Well, obviously the presentation. It's got also green apple, cardamom, sage, moss, and vetiver are what make this green. This is another one of those concept fragrances where when you smell it, you actually get that visualization of the color green, which is also really nice. So it comes out very hearty green in the very beginning, but it dries down into a little bit of a patchouli, musky, earthy green. So it makes a nice subtle office scent. It's not challenging, it's not loud, it's very wearable, very casual. For 15 bucks for a 100 ml bottle, it's just great to add to your green genre collection. Our next green genre fragrance came out in 2016. It's from the house of Azzaro. The Azzaro Solarissimo line represented 3 different islands. Lavanzo is an island. It's also a very accessible, unique, inexpensive, and classy fragrance for men. This is a classy masculine scent that focuses a little bit on the vegetal and spicy side of green. This is another one that can be worn casually and semi-formally pretty much year-round, but primarily in spring and summer. Well, what's green about it? Obviously the presentation is green, like all of these are pretty much. This is a densely green, classy fragrance. It's on the verge of being a concept fragrance, because when you smell it, you do get that green sensation that's in the basil, but also it's very sunny. It's very bright and very light as well. So it kind of goes the way of greenish yellow. But it's a fantastic, inexpensive, very accessible scent. Solarissimo Lavanzo by Azzaro. The next green fragrance we're going to give our attention, I've talked about recently. It is from Banana Republic. Number 78 Vintage Green. What's great about it? Well, it's very inexpensive. 22 bucks will get you a very classy, unique, masculine concept green. Again, this is one of those fragrances that when you spray it on and you close your eyes, you see the color green. It's also one of those fragrances that can be worn year-round, so it can be a signature scent. It is casual as well as formal, so you can. This one actually goes from casual to semi-formal to formal. It crosses the full spectrum of dress, so you can wear it in any occasion. It's hyper versatile. Well, what's green about it? Well, you've got green tea, you've got bergamot, you've got other green leaves in there. You've also got fig, which you could say is green at some point. And of course, that dry, elegant, grassy green vetiver. Banana Republic's Icon Collection, number 78 Vintage Green. Our next green fragrance came out in 2007. It is from the House of Jupe. What's great about Jupe Go? Well, it's still relevant, even though it was created in 2007, came out in 2007. It's not dated at all. It's energizing, it's lively, it's a shower gel fresh. It's also a casual fragrance, 100% casual. This one is good for spring and summertime, but it also can be used anytime, thus the word go. You can literally just grab it and go. Well, what's green about it? Obviously the presentation again, but this is one of the few inexpensive rhubarb and geranium fragrances. So the duo of rhubarb, which is kind of a green, sweet and sour, and that really strong geranium is what gives this fragrance its body. And that's what also gives it its presence and its weight as a fragrance. So whenever you're ready to go green, Jupe Go. Yeah, I had to. Our next green fragrance is one of my favorite inexpensive green fragrances from the House of Azzaro. Azzaro Wild Mint was launched in 2019. It's part of the Azzaro Pour Homme legacy. This was a part of the sensual blends. Very high quality ingredients were used to create this fragrance. It's got a very nice, unique scent to it, but it also makes use of, that's what's great about it. It also is one of those casual to semi-formal fragrances that you can wear at the office and people will really appreciate. What's green about it? Obviously, wild mint, you know, mint is green. This makes use of something called Nana mint, which is a variety or variation of spearmint. It's also got a bright citrusy bergamot in the open and a nice, elegant, dry green vetiver in the base. A minty, fresh, year-round, casual, masculine fragrance, Wild Mint by Azzaro. Our next green fragrance, similar to Dsquared's Green Wood, is all about that wood. It is a Bulgari fragrance from the Bulgari Man line. Bulgari Man Wood Essence was launched in 2018. What's great about it? Well, it's a Bulgari fragrance. They are very high quality typically. It was launched in tandem with Bulgari Man Wood Neroli, and while it doesn't look like it here, the marketing materials when they were released, they looked exactly the same. So it caused some confusion as to which was which, or if there were two, if there were one. They are absolutely distinct now in color and obviously in flavor. It's like the fresh new growth green woods. It is a casual and formal scent. It is good for year round. It is signature quality. What's green about it? There's citrus, coriander, vetiver, and cedar, as well as ambergris or ambroxan, which boosts those green notes. So if you like your woods fresh and green with a little bit of citrus on top, you're gonna love Bulgari Man Wood Essence. Our last green fragrance we're going to focus on came out in 2020 by Roberto Cavalli. Paradise Found was created after the fashion line of Paradise Found clothing, which are very unique. This in itself is a very unique fragrance. This one experiments with a little bit of aquatic, a little bit of vegetal, a little bit of herbaceous, so it has kind of a nice mix of that whole green genre. It's simple and elegant, therefore it's good for casual as well as semi-formal dress and can be used year-round. What's green about it? Well, it's got green notes in here, of course, and green leaves. It's got clary sage, it's got patchouli, and it's got ambroxan. So ambroxan actually takes the primary notes, or those notes that figure prominently in a fragrance, and it boosts them. It gives them a little bit of a turbo lift, and that's what happens with the ambroxan in Paradise Found. So when you want something you can wear year-round that makes good on that concept fragrance of green color, green feel, green essence, and kind of has a mix of the best of all of the green genre, try Roberto Cavalli's Paradise Found. Guys, that's it for my 10 fragrances that are verdant or green. That's the French word for green. That are lively, energizing, refreshing. They're great in spring and summer, but I also posit green fragrances in wintertime can build you up, lift you up, and give you a much needed mood boost. I'm sure I missed a lot of green fragrances out there. If you go to Google and type in green fragrances for men, you'll see something similar to this, and there are a ton of them out there. One of my absolute favorite that I don't own is Gucci Envy. What are some of your favorite green scents? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any experience with the ones that I've listed, let me know that as well. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's list video. Thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Scents, and I'll see you tomorrow.